Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Adam with me. We've just drawn 0-0 to Nottingham Forest, and we just have Marty on his right. He says no title race anymore. Relegation's pretty much concluded. It's really the Champions League battle. After a result like that, the season hasn't been amazing, but after a result like that, how are you feeling coming out? Is there emotion of happiness that Arsenal showed fight off the back of what we saw against West Ham, or a frustrated that we didn't get a win today?
They definitely showed fight today, that's for sure. They defended very well. The defence in the midfield looked pretty strong. But I'm utterly devastated as a fan, because I really do think had they added in the January transfer window, we would be pushing for the title. Yeah. It seemed so obvious what we needed to do. Everyone can see it. Everyone here can see it.
Where do you put the blame mainly? Is it owners or manager, or is it the people between that, the board?
I think it's the owners. I mean, people point to the fact that £700 million was spent, but people also forget that came after the whole Daniel Ek bid situation, and obviously they wanted to keep the club in the Champions League because of the revenue that it brings in. Yeah. And obviously, when I look back now for times under Arsene Wenger, while he was keeping the club in the top four with the likes of Shamak, Bentner, some really terrible players, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. I mean, they were not up to the standards, and they were happy with that because he was getting top four. And I think there is a similar pattern emerging with Mikel Arteta, and I don't think it's fair on Mikel Arteta, because he came out and said we need a striker, and then he came out and said I'm disappointed that we didn't get a striker. And watching that game today, to me, it's blatantly obvious. Yeah. If we had that quality up top, we would win that game. And similar with West Ham, we puffed. It was a much worse performance, I might add. Today, there was at least, they tried. You cannot fault any of the players for effort today. They really put in a lot of hard work.
Stand out for you? Stand out player?
I thought Saliba was fantastic again today. Obviously, last ditch tackle, very neat in defence. He looked like he knew what he was doing. I also point to the fact that I think Forest have a much better front three than what we've got. Much better front three. If you're looking at the two teams, I'm thinking, somebody asked me my prediction before the game, and I'll be honest with you, Cecil, I said I think Forest are going to win. I did, I really did. And it's a sad position to be in, I think, for the club. And, I can understand the anger on Saturday, because everyone's truly miffed. Man City have fallen off this season, and you think that as a result of that, Arsenal would be the ones to take the mantle. And you've got Arne Slot, who's unproven in the Premier League, come into a Liverpool squad. Yes, in my opinion, a much better Liverpool squad than what we have. To be honest, I think they've got a better squad than us as a whole. But he's come in, and he's going to win the title. As Marty said, the title race is over now. There can be no. Arsenal aren't going to win 5-6 games in a row. How can anyone make that assumption when you've just seen that we can't score? We can't score goals. We can't put the ball in the back of the net. Set pieces at the moment aren't working. We're not scoring from set pieces, and we're not scoring from open play. We did have some chances, but that's 2 games in a row that we've drawn a blank. So I don't understand, and I never will understand, what the metrics were that led to them not buying anybody. It just doesn't seem to make sense for me. So it's disappointing.